Welcome to my project ideas. This is an ongoing series on SAP Generative AI. And in this particular video, we are going to talk how to summarize a particular set of data in SAP UI5 table and use the latest version of OpenAI, that is 4.0, that is recently launched. And what we are going to do is send this set of data to backend and ultimately receive a summary and showcase it to the user. So you can better understand this use case. Suppose you have a business where you actually do selling of multiple cars, and you are not selling just single car. And suppose you have to observe which car is being sold the most. You can also take this example to any other organization where you are selling different products, and you have to identify which product is working in which month the best, and accordingly you can place that particular order to the parent organization. So in this use case, we are have taken the example of cars. So you can see we have different cars and the amount of the cars being sold and a particular date associated with that. So just on a click of button, we'll get an idea what exactly is going on in the backend, like what exactly is being sold the most. So now you can see something is generated over here, right? And the sales data summary for the provided dataset shows a variety of car models being sold over a 10-day period in May 2024. So without actually reading the data, I can read the conclusion that this dataset is from 2024 May. The highest sales amount was recorded for the month for the brand Toyota Camry at 125 units, followed closely by 2024 Honda Accord at 98 units. So now I do not have to jump between multiple rows and multiple columns to see which amount is higher for which particular date. And also I have don't have to go for the lowest one. If you see the Hyundai model and the Volkswagen model has been the lowest one in this. Certainly this data is wrong data. This is just mock data, so this should not be associated with actual sales of any of the brands. So ultimately overall, there seems to be a mix of newer and older car models being sold. So you get a better insights like which actually is the car being sold the most and which car is being sold the least. And ultimately you can, or a business owner can, get an idea and being conclusive what should be done next. So this is just an example, and actually the better use case can be like you can have multiple data sets, and you can have multiple buttons. Like you can choose a filter which particular month, for which particular month you want the summary. So this is one use case. And you do see that there are some YouTubers, right? And they are creating a lot of content, and they are publishing those content and getting a lot of analytics, but they do not have an idea how to use that analytics and how to conclude which type of content they should produce. So they can use this type of SAP tables and generate a conclusion on top of the report that they are getting from YouTube. So there are multiple use cases. So for SAP perspective, I've given the use case. Now we will jump into the coding part. How exactly we did it. So before jumping in the coding part, so in the previous video also we shared this article. Same article link will share in the YouTube description, where you can see that we have mentioned everything, like how to get a token for the OpenAI integration, how to create a basic SAP UI5 application in CAPM mode or whatever business application studio you can just generate using template, and then how to proceed and start integrating. So in this particular use case, we are using this summarizing table data example, and we have mentioned all the code from view to controller and other integration codes, right? And how exactly the output looks. So same output that we have shown is added over here. So to actually discuss the code now, uh, now we are back to this business application studio, where you can see we have three files open up. So one is the view, one is the controller, and one the OpenAI service JS. So apart from that, we do not have added any piece of code in any of the files. So in this particular view, you can see that we have a page and we have a button over here, where we have something called on generate summary, and then we have a table where sales is binded, and then we have a text area, right? And where the content after the generation of summary is being shown. So that's it, three components here. And if I go to the controller part, the very first two functions are like where we are getting the model data. So whatever data you are getting, we have generated using JSON data here. So we have one particular function where we are like adding manually the data, which actually will come from OData or some other APIs in actual use case, and then we are just binding in it. And then one click of a button, that is on generate summary, we are getting the whatever data is there in the table, we are getting that. Then whatever binding has been done, we are getting that. And then we have created a manual prompt. So this prompt is something we have added from here. So what we have written is like generate sales data summary for the following data in 100 words, because we do not want a lengthy summary, right? And then we have provided all the data over here. And also we have written that the response should be in a paragraph discussing the sales of car as per data. So the better the prompt, the better the result is. And then we are triggering something called OpenAI service, and this is something that we have created here, right? The JS, and we are getting the response from there. So we'll discuss this later on, but ultimately you see whatever response it's coming, we are just passing the exact content to this text area that we have shown in the UI, right? And that's it. We have binded the whatever data or response came from the OpenAI APIs. So now we have a different file for OpenAI calls because we wanted to use it for multiple use cases. So we have separated it. Otherwise, it can be written in the same function, right? So in this function, you can see we have just one simple AJAX call where we have this URL, and we have used the method post. The content type that we are providing in JSON, and in the header we have added the bearer token. This token you can get from the OpenAI API platform. And then in this data you can see we have sent the model name. This can be the latest 4.0 model that has been launched by ChatGPT recently. And then within the messages we are sending the prompt, and that's it. Nothing else, other data can be ignored, like it's something configuration, but we do not have to focus on that. So ultimately this was a piece of code that can help you to actually get summary. So you see generative AI can be used by simple API integrations and can help you to enhance your business objectives. So I believe this video was helpful, and in case you have any doubts, you can add your comment below. Thank you.